You sailed away and left me with nothing to say. But you already knew I would come searching anyway. So I sailed across the sea to see if you were there waiting for me, but you were not. So I sailed back with a broken heart. I waited till 3 to see if you would come looking for me, but you did not. So I fell asleep with a broken heart.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Well, it's morning somewhere.
Guys, thank you. Thank you. I'm just checking. see, some people think I'm crazy.
No way.
I can see what my mentor told me years ago is that you can start your day whenever you get ready. Okay? And it's just like breakfast. You can eat breakfast whenever you get ready.
Well, years ago, I used to work the graveyard shift. So 7 o'clock in the morning for me was like everyone else was 5 o'clock. So I'm
Yeah.
out there putting a steak on the grill, got a beer, be like, oh my God, I can't believe you're.
Yeah,
I'm like,
do you know it's morning?
well, this is my 5 o'clock. This is my
Yeah,
dinner
this
time.
is my evening.
You know, it's my evening.
And I'm gonna
you know?
and I'm gonna live it as I choose. And this is today's conversation. Also, get ready.
What's that theme?
Get ready. That's our theme for today.
I still like picking you up though, T. Usually pops on my. Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we go. So yeah, and so this is the recovery room. I'm T-Bone. That's the
Minister.
Sean, and we're here at the recovery room at the beautiful, soon-to-be bustling Oneiko Farmers Market here in lovely downtown Bradenton. No, it's not downtown, is it? It's kind of more like northeast Bradenton. But wherever it is, I guarantee you that when it's open, you should be here. It's going to be awesome.
Technically, it's Oneiko. Hello.
Hello. It's one co. I don't like that other angle, Don, just so you know. But that's just me. I feel,
What, this one?
yeah, it's kind of weird to me, but I'll live with it. So, this is the recovery room. You know,
Hello.
somebody send her somewhere, please.
Hello.
Mute. No, it's not
Yeah.
working.
Anyway, this is the recovery room. It is Thursday.
No, we gotta fix it up later.
What is the
I don't know, 13th,
the
14th.
13th?
14th.
We can hear you over there.
14.
14th.
The 14th
Yeah.
of May.
Yes, sir.
Oh wow, May's
Yeah.
almost over. I told you.
What you always say in the first and the second and the third. It's almost over.
As soon as it starts, it's almost over. You know, these are the things that make you go right? It's like So just like the guy said, it's almost over. 15th will be tomorrow.
Is that angle better?
Yes, thank you. The 15th will be tomorrow,
Yeah.
Yes.
if you're lucky.
Well, it'll still be the 15th. You just might not be here for
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Right.
that's true. Yeah, it'll be the 15th for everybody else. But you.
All the calendar.
Yeah, and that's called realism. Which you know, I'm getting straight to the conversation or the topic for today, which is called existentialism. Existentialism. Existentialism.
Bless you.
Simply, the simple definition is the creating your own reality within the bigger and broader reality. which is really, and when you start studying exorcism, that's called the audacity. You know, our world is a big audacic place, and we have absolutely no control over it. The only effect that we have on it is that what we as individuals apply to it. So if we're applying some kind of kindness and good and so forth, then that part of the world in which we touch, we do have some effect on. Otherwise, it's total madness and chaos. Don says, yeah, me too.
Me too.
You know,
Go
and
for
so we can't even begin to have any thoughts of having any impact on it. What we can have some impact on is our own lives. See, there's a part of existentialism that's about humanism, which brings it down to the individual, which means that, yes, the decisions that you've made over the course of your life, once you realize that you existed, got you to where we got you sitting here looking at us right now.
And something else, like I saw this thing on Facebook the other day, and it was talking about like Oprah Winfrey. She was fired from her first job as a newscaster. Boom. They said, nope, you're never going to make it in this industry.
Yeah.
You're done.
Yeah.
Bill Gates used to live in a trailer and was a janitor.
Right. They
mopping
built
floors.
the thing in his garage.
Yeah. So don't sit back there and go, well, they've got it made. I'm just sitting here, blah, blah, blah.
No.
You got to use that thing up there.
Yeah, that
You know.
gray matter, that's 6 inches between your ears, and this is where we're going with this. And no more poo-pooing this stuff. There's no more poo-pooing it. We can't poo-poo it any longer because the poo-pooing has not gotten us anywhere. Well, a few people have been have called and said, well, thank you for being there and whatever. But the reality of the situation, guys, if you're gonna get sober, it's up to you. It ain't up to it's not up to a program. It's not up to an institution. And it's not up to your mama. It's not up to your children. It's not up to anybody but you. Because see, as existentialists, we understand that we live in this bigger, broader world, but in this little place right here, we got ourselves here. And the reality is that that's okay. Because what happened back here has gotten you here. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So what the existentialist does is exist in the moment. So existing in the moment is what we got to do. And so right now, this moment, you've got to make a decision that down the road will turn into Microsoft. That down the road will turn into Google. That down the road will turn into YouTube, Facebook, whatever it is. But today, you've got to make that decision. Because when it happens, it's going to be happening because you made a decision. It ain't going to be because of God. It's just not how it works, guys. We live in a world that is ever moving and ever changing. And where we end up, our existence, where we end up is exactly proportional to the energies that we put into it.
Like a while back ago, I read this thing where, and everyone's done this before. You're sweeping up all your dust and debris in your house. You got your broom. You can never find the dustpan, but you want to. If you had your dustpan, you could pick up the stuff and put it in the trash can. Well, the person invented a trash can lid that holds your dustpan.
Hello.
Freaking genius. Now the person's a multimillionaire.
Yeah.
It's something as small and stupid as that.
Yeah.
One little thought.
And
So it
listen,
just takes one thought.
I don't know who thought of it in my house, but I'm going to invent this doggone thing too. At our house, we got this thing. We like to fill it up with ice and water because we like cold water, and so we sit it on the counter, but it's sitting above the dog bowl.
Well, that was my idea.
I thought so. I said that must have been Sean's idea.
Because when you let go to get the ice water, there's a little bit more that comes
that
out.
drips, and it drips into the dog bowl. Eureka! That's our next invention. I don't know how we make that like in the one thing, but it was a good idea. I sat there that morning going, wow, that's a good idea.
Well,
somebody in this house had a good idea, and it wasn't me.
I probably drink 20 of these full of water a day.
Right.
And so Chrissy was always mopping the floor.
Right,
And
because
then
after
I'd-
you let that little button off,
I'm like, oops,
Good idea, Sean. But that's where we're at, guys. That's the reality of the situation. I don't care how you slice it, dice it, cover it, smother it, whatever it is you do. when you go to the Waffle House.
Which I think they were talking about. I know they filed Chapter 11 Waffle Houses.
No.
You know things are bad when the Waffle House files a Chapter 11.
No.
You know, things are critical, and I still haven't got my stimulus check. It's critical out here. I need to know more. Why? Anyway, I know why. Because it's all controlled by men. They're trying to control a machine that's out of control. This is the reality of that situation. You know. Oh, what's the Princess Puerto Rico? Well, oh, what was that? Ask Don. Don knows how that works.
Too many birds asking for a worm.
It's Skylab, man. I'm telling you, it's Skylab.
So I want you guys, because we're gonna stay here. We're gonna stay here for a little while, and I want you guys to break out your either go Google it, whatever, Alexis, whatever you got, and I want you to existentialism. 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 Look it up. Get the definition. Study it. I mean, you know how Wikipedia is, and it ain't always right, but they got some really good information in there. Or just look at the history. It started in some philosophers in France, because it's a philosophy, you know. Because here's always the deal, right? The number one question in the world is what? Why? Not what, but why? Why? And it's never been answered. And so all along, people. Oh, there's the phone number just all popped up just for a
I'll
minute.
let you know.
I'm getting comments. How do you spell that? Can't spell that big word. LOL.
Exit. Just use your voice.
It's on the Facebook page.
It's on the Facebook page. EXIST.
Inchin.
It's illism. The key word is exist.
Yes.
Okay? The key word is exist. And what is your essence once you exist? And we're going to try to get a little deep here, folks, because, you know, the reality of the situation is that we want as many people as we can to open up their minds and become thinkers. Okay, because that's what is absolutely necessary during this particular period, as it has been set forth by Viva Corona. Corona has made it necessary for you to now think.
Well, you've got
Think.
parents that are rethinking what they want to send their kids to college for now.
Right. Or
Because-
they want to go at all.
Well, because there are some essential jobs out there that don't require a college degree.
Exactly.
You know,
Right.
and they're the ones that are still working, taking them a paycheck.
Yeah.
Because it's at some point this whole government handout's going to stop.
Yeah.
know.
Let's hope, because otherwise then we become Russia.
Yeah.
or the Soviet Union, I mean, or the Union of China, or whatever it is over there. Because, you know, if they keep giving us money, which they say we're not a socialist country, but that's kind of like a little bit of socialism, don't you think? Wouldn't you agree?
You're opening a can of worms.
I'm opening a can of worms, and then we're gonna go fishing.
That's right.
No, you can't do that. You get shot. You have to have your mask on to touch the guts of a fish.
Oh my God, that reminds me of this story, and the dude was out there fishing, right? Old dude out there fishing. He's fishing and not catching nothing. He's trying to keep quiet and everything. And then this young dude comes up and he's playing this hip hop music and he's playing it loud and he throws his hook in and he pulls the fish right out with all the loud music and everything. And then he did it again, and the dude and the old fisherman, he's an old experienced fisherman, finally said, "I got to ask him." He wouldn't ask the dude, he wouldn't ask the young man. So you got all this loud music blaring, and you got you don't even really have really good equipment. It's like, how are you catching all these fish? And he said, "I can't understand you." He said, "You got to keep the worms warm." It ain't always the way it looks, folks.
Oh, no.
You know, it ain't always the way it appears. And so what I need you to guys to do, because you're forced to do it now anyway, is step outside of your norm. Step outside of what what you have accepted as your reality. Because the reality of the reality is that today you can decide to be a Muslim. You can decide anything today. You can decide that you would like to wear dresses as opposed to suits.
Listen, what happens at the house, that just stays there. You don't bring that to the show, all right?
It's not this show? Okay. This is the reality of the situation, right? You can decide today to change your whole entire life. And it doesn't matter what happened up to today. That is a series of events that is just you lived through, and thank God you did. Because guess what? You're going to hit this brick wall called death here in a minute. Like, boom! Over. You don't have to worry anymore. All that stuff that you were thinking about doing, you ain't going to do it. Because you didn't do it yet. It ain't going to happen.
I remember growing up, it was like, parents always said, make sure you wear clean underwear in case you die.
Yeah.
Well, I think that'd be the last of my concern if I died.
Yeah. But you know, mine used to say, in case you get in an accident, I didn't pay attention.
Yeah.
That was embarrassing.
Well, it was in case you got in an accident also, but I don't know.
And survived.
Been as many accidents as me. I don't know anyone that's been in as many accidents as me.
No,
but
nobody.
It was never my fault. Wrong place, wrong time. But no, just still surviving. I didn't really care if I soiled my pants or not.
Yeah. Well, if you're conscious when you get to emergency room, you are. Especially if you get like a nice, beautiful little nurse to come to fix you up.
That's the other show. It's 1-800 get some.
Yeah. How did you meet her? Soiled my pants. See, it ain't always the way it seems. See, some people like, oh, he soiled his pants. Let me fix it. Some people like, oh Lord, he soiled his pants. Let me find somebody else. It's like this is the reality of where this is our Corona reality, guys. We've changed the name from the recovery room to the Corona reality show. You know, I've had some experiences during this Corona that have shifted gears on a lot of things, and I'm hoping that's what has happened to everybody. Mine has brought me back to when I was a kid. I think I was probably about 14 or 15. I heard this word existentialism. And it sounds like a really cool word. It's like, you know, like supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, all them kind of words that, you know, that have like, wow, that's a cool word. And so I looked it up, and it just made sense to me because, you know, the reality is that this is a human experience, okay? And each and every human experience is different. My experience is not Sean's experience. My experience is not Don or Christie's or whoever is watching out there. My experience is not your experience. My experience is my experience. It's how I perceived it. It's how I was able to get through it, whether I use fight or flight and all that kind of crazy psychological stuff. But the reality of the situation, somehow I made it through a lot of really dark places to get to this dark place. True. My experience. I could go on and on. I could tell you story after story after story after story of how amazing it has been. And it has been. And it has been so amazing that I sit here talking to you today looking at how amazing tomorrow is going to be. But the only way tomorrow is going to be amazing, the way that I see it, is that if I were to take and do something that is geared to make that happen. Now, that's something that I do may not make it happen, but that's something that I do is going to trigger something, because we live in a world, it's called what, physics or something? Action and reaction? For every action is an equal and opposite reaction. That's just not made up stuff, people. You reap what you sow. That's not made up stuff. That's just how the world works. Okay, so you're going to do an action, and that might not be the action that spurs everything that you're hoping to happen, but it is the action that spurs everything you're hoping to happen, because something's going to happen as a result of that. So, all of these things that we think about, the future, the past, the this, the that, and the other, it doesn't matter. Only thing that matters is right now. Right now. And I don't care, we were talking earlier today about medically assisted treatment. We were talking about marijuana. We were talking about more like hemp, though. We were talking about pharmaceuticals. We were talking about all of these things, and the reality is that the goal of our show here, we're not trying to be NA. We're not trying to be AA, because there's some principles there that I don't believe are effective for a lot of people. See, a lot of us don't like rules. A lot of us don't like to come into a place where, I got to live by these rules. Ooh, it's a whole bunch of, probably most of us, huh? Is that right? Mm-hmm. I've gotten to the point where I'm kind of a little pissed that I got to do one thing according to these other people to get into heaven. That makes no sense to me. It doesn't make any sense. You mean I got to be this or I'm locked out of heaven? I said, Sean, today I'm going to piss some people off.
Yeah.
If you're lucky.
I said, Sean, today I'm going to piss some people off because I've had it. I've had it up to here, wherever, because we living in this world like, right now we got this coronavirus and one day they had us all in the room shaking and all shut down. And then the next day they tell us to go out there. It's okay. What are we, like puppets? What are we, like sheep? What are we? No, we're human beings that have our own minds. We have our own, and we have to take responsibility for our own actions. And if I decide that I want to go out there butt naked with no mask on, then that's my choice. I might get locked up, but that's my choice.
No, just be like,
All over the place.
No, they'll go, he's got rabies.
Yeah. What's that thing hanging there? Whoa. Guys, don't do it. Listen, I'm going to take some flack, but I'm going to be the one to take it because this is how I feel. Okay? I don't say anybody else should feel the way I feel because I am an individual. I'm a human. I am special. No, it's not. We're like snowflakes, right? There's not another me on the planet, right? I'm on them dark snowflakes. There's not another me on the planet. And probably a good thing. One of me is enough. There's not another Sean on the planet. I've lived a long time, and I've known a lot of people. I've never met a Sean before in my life. We're all individuals. We always say, yeah, we all put our pants on the same way. Well, not really. Some people can jump into their pants. I know somebody that does it.
You espresso, baby.
Yeah, some people use pliers.
Wait a minute.
See, I told you it's not always the way it seems.
Well, but you always learn something new. Like, I thought everybody pooped the same way. You sit on the poop, you go. I'm going to go there.
Yeah. Go.
And so I'm watching this thing, and it was a black individual. He said, "What do you mean you don't catch your poop?" And I'm like, "What?" And they're like, he's like, "You just let it plop down in the thing." And they're like, "Yeah, what the heck do you do?" And he goes, "Well, I catch it." We're like, "You do what?" I'm like, "We can't be friends anymore."
Yeah, poop catcher.
I'm like,
Do I know this person?
I'll talk to you about it later. But
Yeesh.
I'm like, huh.
See, it ain't always the way it seems. And it's cultural, right? It's a cultural thing. Somebody taught him that.
All I know is I thought, dang, I need to go wash my hands.
Wow. Yeah, I just shook his hand. Talk about Corona.
Yeah.
That's nothing.
Somebody, Georgette, actually said that she asked her Alexis thing and said, Alexis asked for a definition.
Of existentialism?
Yeah.
What did it say? Do not have nothing?
It said Alexis' definition needs a definition.
Oh, no.
Ooh. Wow. See, we're on to something here. If Alexis don't know,
What are you talking
And
about?
all I know is I had the Alexis hook plugged into one area in the house where I had all my computer stuff at. And I said, Alexis, self-destruct. And all the lights in the house dimmed, and those computers never worked the same again. Just saying.
Be careful what you ask for, people. and there's the truth. My grandma used to tell me that all the time about prayer. Be careful what you pray for. Anyway, I pray that you get our phone number if you feel like calling us and talking to us. I pray we can get that phone number up on the screen there. Oh, there it is, 941-201-5226, 941-201-5226. Leave a message if we don't answer because we didn't forward the phones again. But that's our hotline.
You know what? If somebody out there listening in Facebook land, call us on Monday to remind us.
Yeah, somebody call us, remind us.
Call that number on Monday.
Well, we were so used to being there with the phone, and so moving to our new headquarters, and there is no phone line. That's somebody's job now. That's somebody's officially designated phone forwarder. But while we're at home, are you putting it on the screen? Are you responding with putting the number up? Oh Lord.
I will do this again.
Oh yeah, pop it up. Oh, look at that. On demand. It's getting crazy around here. 941-201-5226. That is the number. And we will be talking from an existentialist standpoint for the rest of all time now, because I realized, like I told you, I found that word when I was 17, and I pictured myself an existentialist at that time, and I realized during this corona, and a couple of people asked me some questions and things happened, and I said, you know what? This is what life is really all about. Life is really all about taking responsibility for your actions. Life is really all about making decisions that are going to be beneficial to you. If you identify and you recognize and you understand that the decision that you make today is going to have a long-term effect, okay? Don't make decisions that are hateful, okay? Don't make decisions out of anger. Okay? Don't make decisions out of haste. You got nothing but time. You know, take your time and think about the reality of the situation. What are the ramifications going to be? We always talk about addiction is a family thing, and that the storm is not your own. That again is the thing. You are making decisions that is the only effect that you have on the outside world are decisions that are horrible, that are bad, that are good, that are whatever. Whatever that decision is, that's how it's going to affect your world. It's so simple that it's almost like, did I really just say that? I mean, because it's the simplest of things to understand is that your actions obviously affect the outcome of your life, but they affect the people around you. You know? It affects the people around you. So don't be, because addiction is a very selfish thing. It's like me, my. How do I get high? Somebody write that down. So I'm writing a song right now. I might go in there really because it's a song that's about that. Me, my. How can I get high? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's not about that, people. It's not about that. This is a dichotomy. It is about that. Me. But let that me be that of the art. Oh, there's another word. When you start delving into this whole existentialist mindset, there's another word, and that word is authentic. Authenticity. Are you living your authentic self? Or you let some people outside, some people in your surroundings, have you let them change you from being your authentic self? Because I went through it when I was a kid. When I grew up in New York, I was a nice kid, man. But I got in with some bad people, and I had to act like I was bad. I was a fish out of water. I ain't know nothing about being no bad guy.
You know what someone told me once? They said, the only person that ever wanted me for me being me was the freaking judge and the police. and I was like, be yourself.
Be yourself, man. And take responsibility. Hell, if you're sitting there and you getting ready to pop it right now, if you getting ready to take a hit right now, understand that that's you taking that hit. You doing that to you. Nobody's doing it to you. You can't blame nobody. Oh, me, my mama, my daddy. Oh, Mr. Johnson in middle school. No. These are decisions you're making. And just like that, you can make a decision today. Like I said, you can become a Buddhist today. You can say, today, I want to be a Buddhist. And then what do? You go about finding out being what a Buddhist is. You might find out that you don't want to be a Buddhist after you decide you want to be a Buddhist.
I thought that's what you were trying there with that.
Well, this is another religion. It's my playground.
That's all I got left.
That's all I got. I'm an existentialist, baby. I did this. This was me. It's all me. And you know what I can do? I can in 3 weeks from now, you can come and you can say, "Oh, what happened to it?" Because I can make a decision today to hit the sit
All
ups.
right. You heard it live on here.
3 weeks.
In 3 weeks.
The 3-week challenge. Watch.
All
Watch
right.
and see. Now, what you gonna do with yours?
I didn't say I was doing shit with mine. Now, that's no putting a girdle thing on, whatever.
No.
So you're like, yeah, look at me.
No cheating. No cheating.
Yeah.
No cheating. No, we're gonna do it the way it's supposed to be done. Hey, I just came. I just took a little time off. It was only a couple of months ago that I was right. Let me see here. See if I can get. Can you see comments? No, you can't see comments.
Just on my page.
Oh, you're going to see comments.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see if I can see comments here because I know that some people are talking. Oh, huge spike in Corona in Sarasota. 47 new cases in the last few hours. That's 11% increase from this morning. We have to close the beaches and restaurants. I tell you what, it ain't gonna happen. They done let the doors back open, and I'm gonna guarantee you. Here's what's gonna happen. Here's how it happens. At least in our existential world. In our existential world, I've got some friends, right, who say that they're not coming out until there is a vaccine. They're gonna be in the house a long time. But that's their decision, and maybe that's what works for them. And then maybe you know the vitamin D.
And I've been talking on your page all day.
Okay, and so, huh?
She said something
Okay.
on the page all day.
And so some people have decided that they're not having it anymore, and they're going out and they're going to go to a party and they're going to get the corona if they get it. Some people are going to survive it, like and it's still to this day they have not met one statistic about the number of people who have survived. Not one. I haven't heard it. If you've heard it, would you please post it or do something? Because more people have survived it than the ones that have died.
No, don't get us wrong. If you lose a loved one to
Yeah,
it,
please don't do it.
we
That's-
care. But it's that CNN fake news. Yeah, I said it. A friend
All
mine,
of it. I don't care what they're all fake.
I
Who
know.
they are.
Like
No matter
a
what
friend
they
of mine
call
posted
letters are.
something, and Facebook said that what they had posted about the virus was fake, and they blocked their thing. And then so my friend did the research again, and it was true. Posted it again, and Facebook blocked it again and said, no, your information is false. So my comment was, well, do you have to work at CNN fake news network first and then work at Facebook, or do you work at Facebook and then CNN? Yeah.
The majority of people not going to work near one of the places.
But
No, most people ain't gonna work at either one, and it doesn't matter. You can call it Fox, NBC, ABC. It's all
Right.
propaganda.
this is like the thing, like someone gets a paper cut, and then you tell one person, and then by the time the story gets back to you,
Yeah.
the person lost their arm in a
Yeah,
freaking wood
yeah,
chipper.
Yeah.
You know, and that's kind of what we have going on right now with the news.
Yeah, and
You know.
again, I will say it one more time. And again, when we get everybody's mind right, when we get everybody on this existential level, you'll understand that when I say this, I'm not discounting anybody who's gotten it and died, or anybody who's gotten it and a family member died. God bless you. My condolences to you. But that ain't going to happen to everybody. Okay, there's going to be some people who are going to go out and they're going to get the antibody. I was just with somebody the other day that said that. It's like, oh, they told me I've got the antibody. I had it already. Never got sick. And so there's so much unknown, and this is where they get us, or whoever they are. This is where we are bamboozled. Is when we get into these unknowns. Okay, there's something you don't even know, but you're scared of it. That's fear. Fear is the false evidence appearing real. Okay, it is spending a whole bunch of time worried about something that you shouldn't be worried about, shouldn't be spending time thinking about. Okay, and so in this world, some people are going to go out, they're going to get it, and they're going to survive. Some people are going to go out, they're going to get it, they're going to die. Some people are going to go out, they're going to get it, they're going to go and take it and give it to somebody else that is going to die. That is going to happen regardless of how you do. Everybody talk about. I talked to a friend of mine today, and God bless you. I love you. And it was like, yeah, I every 7 days or so, I leave and I go out to the grocery store and I go to Walmart and I replenish. Well, you don't think during that time you go out you can get it. So you either stay in or you come out. Okay, yeah, repetition. Okay, the more you go out, the more opportunities. I get it.
But it only takes once.
Yeah.
It's like it only takes one bullet in the head. You know.
Yeah. It only takes one sperm.
Yeah, and the other one's held back. Go, let's let Joey through. Let him through. This will be funny.
No, you can't get almost pregnant. I don't know, guys. This is my rude awakening, and I'm just here. I'm here for my addicts that are out there that are struggling right now, and I'm here for that alcoholic that is struggling right now. I'm here for that pastry lover, overeater that's struggling right now. I'm not saying that I'm perfect. I'm not saying that I got even the answers for you. But I do have one clear thing to say to you. It will be your decision to stop whatever is ailing you. It won't be me telling you to do it. It won't be Minister Sean praying over you, getting you to do it. It won't be your mother. It won't be your father. It won't be the Indian chief. It won't be the doctor at the clinic. It won't be your child. It won't be any of those people. It will be you making a decision and understanding that no decision is a decision. Understanding that you look back on your life and remember all the times, you can remember all the times you said, oh, I wish I had her. I don't know. I had an Aunt Hatter.
You had a Mad Hatter.
I had a Mad Hatter. You know what I mean? I don't know about this Hatter or woulda, coulda, shoulda. I do know. I know that the majority of times when you don't do it, nothing happens, which makes something happen, which is nothing. It's a crazy thing. It's a crazy thing, this whole living in the real world, living in the world of humanness, living in the world of the human experience, living in the individualized experience, living in a world where I tell you every day you can do some internal intellectual re-engineering. You can go inside of here and forget about all the outside stuff and again who did what behind whose barn and all that stuff. You can go inside of here and do some restructuring and create a whole new individual that down the road you'll be on fake news network or whatever it is, talking about how you came from the pits, the depths of hell to be this scholarly person or this famous artist or this famous actor, this famous whatever it is. Because you made a decision one day.
If you pass tomorrow, what are you going to be known for?
Tonight.
Think about that.
Yeah. That's called legacy. What's your legacy going to be? And not that it amounts to a hill of beans at the end of the day. Because when you're gone, you're gone. You're gone. Yeah, you can leave a business behind, and then that person, the new GM and president is going to take all the flame and glory. You dead and gone. This company is this way because I'm so good. I'm the man. Man, come on now. Let's get it. Let's get into existing. Let's get into the essence of our existence. Why are you here? What's your reason to be? You just taking up oxygen?
2 summers ago, I asked my daughter what she wanted to be when she grew up. And she looks this way, looks this way. She goes, Daddy, when I get old, can I be crazy like you? And I said, yes, you can, sweetie.
Yes. You're in training right now. You're currently in training.
And I was like, oh my God, you're my daughter.
Yes, indeed. And she is. I concur. beautiful as that may be. I I promised Don that I would put those quotes on a
Dang.
thing, but I didn't because I couldn't find one. So I guess I gotta buy one or something.
Man.
But yeah, I'll get it to you, Don. But I want to do a couple of quotes real quick, if I may. Hold on. Here's one, and this has nothing to do with recovery, and it just has to do with being an existentialist like myself. I want a bunch of existentialists. I want a bunch of educated, self-educated people around. I want this conversation. I want people to start talking about, existence. What is this human experience? What is existence like? What is it like to be my authentic self? What does authentic self mean? As you banging that next sack, is that really you? Are you that person that can take a substance that you don't even know really what it is, and inject it into your body or inhale it into your body? Is that really you? Is that who your parents taught you to be? Is that what Miss Hatley taught you to be in 3rd grade? No. That's not your authentic self. Find your authentic self. Find your authentic self. There's some people I know that are just funny. I mean, they're just funny. It's like, dude, you should be on stage. You are just funny. There's some people that are full of knowledge and all that. Find your authentic self, because see, God, whatever you think God may be, don't really, make any junk. We're all very valuable creatures that have something to contribute to this world that will make it a better place, because that's what we should be desiring. We're not talking about the person that's going around and hitting people upside the head. We're not talking about people that grow up to be Hitlers and kill people in mass numbers, or going to a restaurant or a bar or a school and shoots the whole crowd. We're talking about people who are making a difference in the world. People who have come from a meager existence, from being abused or whatever, to climbing up and being a positive, motivating force in that thing that created them. If you've been abused, grow up and help abuse other abused people. It's like a natural thing. Seems like a natural thing. But anyway, it says, if I can make just one person smile, spit out their wine, or pee in their pants a little, my day wasn't wasted.
Then my day wasn't wasted.
So, happy, joy. This is what we want, right? This is our goal. This is our but not just that, but being present in that. So you can just be happy and not even realize it. We want people to be happy and present.
And remember, you don't know what that other person has gone through that day.
Yes.
There was
especially that.
It was it happened yesterday, I believe, at a Publix. There were some people there waiting in line at the deli. The guy thinks his food's taking too long, pulls a freaking gun out and points in some other guy's face. And then he, I guess, got back to his senses and left the thing. And the cops are still trying to find him from the video surveillance. But when I went to the store yesterday before watching the movie here, somebody opened the door for me. They saw that I had parked in the handicap spot. They opened the door for me going in, and I was reaching up to get some chips off the shelf, and the person grabbed the bag. They were getting the same ones, put the bag in my cart for me, and it was it was a feel good thing. And then as I'm leaving the store, I'm carrying the stuff out, and somebody else opened the door for me, and it was just, we're missing all that in life. It's the little things. Guys, look around.
Yeah. Yeah. That I am in total agreement. I was outside the store myself, and this woman had stopped him, and just I was, because I got off the motorcycle, said something about the motorcycle, whatever, and then it turned into a conversation, and it was just like, like conversation, like we knew each other, but it was about, hey, listen, connection. We're human beings in this thing that's spinning at a very rapid rate, and but it looks like we're sitting still. There's so much. You see, we don't know. We take so many things for granted. I mean, it seems like we should be thrown off of this thing, right? It's spinning at, like, I don't know, how many revolutions per minute? A whole bunch. And it seems like it should be thrown off it, but we're sitting here and it's looking like it's not even moving. It's an amazing planet. It's an amazing thing that we live. Let's stop taking it for granted. Let's exist in the world in which we live. Let's live the life in which we have. Don't want to be nobody else. Now, you be yourself. There's a thing that said you got a whole bunch of people, and they were able to take all their little character traits and everything and their personalities, and they all threw it in a pile, and everybody could just grab whichever one they wanted to grab. And the reality is that most people, when they picked up one or the other, they, whoa. Most people would, like, looking back, looking for their own stuff. They want to be themselves. They don't want to be that crazy, whacked out person over there. So the reality is that you are a valuable human being. You're valuable. I mean, there's something that you have, something that you can do, and I don't care if you graduated the 3rd grade. Is there such a thing?
Jeffro Boldine.
Oh, that's right, because he could cipher. That's right. That's absolutely right. I don't care what your education level is. I don't care what your socio-economic background is. It does not matter. There's something inside of you that could make you as rich as anybody else on the planet. Nobody's smarter. Some people just apply themselves. Some people just live their authentic lives more. Man, imagine what your life would be 6 months from now if you were to today decide to make that change.
Can I take 2 minutes?
If you must, yes.
If I must.
I mean, you seem you need to, you're taking it already. Go ahead.
Never mind.
I'll sit right here. I'll go to the restroom.
If I can take 2 minutes to put hope in hearts for anybody with open hearts. I had a close friend today lose a struggle with addiction. She has 5 babies who have already lost their fathers through addiction. They will now be put in the CPS system in one of the worst times. And please keep them in your prayers. And my hearts and prayers go out to them. And just hope that they all go to just good, loving homes, and as many of them can stay together as possible. And that they're with kind-hearted people, and they don't have to go through the experience they've been through. So,
Guys, the struggle out here, it's real. With everything going on in this world, it's sad that some people can't beat their addiction, that they go ahead and they, to me, it's almost like it's a selfish act, not caring about their children or whatever else and whatnot. But it's a demon that they have to try to figure out how to control and stop. And you think it's easy to say just stop doing it or don't do it. But unfortunately, that's the mentality you have to have. I mean, was it Nancy Reagan said, "Just say no."
Just say no.
It comes down to that simple. You know, I had a phone call last night. I talked to this girl for a bit, and she had posted on Facebook that she just wanted to die. Don't anybody message her. So of course I sent her a message. And she's like, "Didn't I tell you not to message me?" So I called and talked to her, and I was like, "Well, what's going on? You know, what's so crappy in your life that you want to take your own life?" I don't want to live anymore. So I said, "Well, did you make yourself a donor yet?" She's like, "What?" I said, "Well," I said, "I need a new liver." I said, "I'm not trying to be whatever." I said, "But," I said, "you're going to do something stupid and selfish. At least, you know, you can give back to the world." Well, she didn't kill herself because she got so mad at me saying, "Hey, what's your blood type?" "Well, maybe I could get your liver. I don't know." And so I saved her from offing herself last night. She was all prepared just to take a handful of pills and say that was it. But if you're not an organ donor, become one now. There is a lot of sick people out there that could, you know, use your liver, or your kidney, or your lungs, or your eyes to see. You know, I'm not saying anybody go out there and become a donor and then off yourself. That's not what I'm saying. But there's a lot of people that are dying from the coronavirus that could have survived had they had a good immune system.
Get healthy, folks. Get healthy. I mean, that's the reality. You know, I was just sitting here and I'm enjoying my new favorite beverage from the Cidril Mandet. It's a Mexican company. I'm gonna get in contact with them, and but I think we should probably give a little shout out to our sponsors, and hopefully Mandet will be one of them. Oh, apple soda. That's good
Spice
stuff.
up your next event with the Hammock Haven Experience. To find out more, go to thehammockhaven.com or call 941-201-5226. The Hammock Haven. Chillax a minute.
421 Sweet Treats is Anna Maria Island's sweetest little five-star cafe, located at 5337 Gulf Drive on beautiful Holmes Beach. For reservations, please call 941-281-2335. Life is sweet and full of treats.
POWarriors.com, the website that's dedicated to connecting our armed forces and first responders to businesses that appreciate their valor. For more information, go to POWarriors.com or call 336-501-0017. PO Warriors, protecting our warriors that protect us.
All right, we're back, and we are here at the Oneiko Farmers Market. This is actually part of the Oneiko Farmers Market Network, and coming soon, as soon as Corona says so. I think all the other permits and everything have been cleared. We're going to be having this really wonderful open-air market here right in beautiful Bradenton. But at any rate, those are our sponsors. Thank you, guys. You guys pray for Dawn. She's off traveling, flying in airplanes again. So safe travels to Dawn. Guys, if you're out there and you're still in the struggle, it's just like Sean said. It's like, if ever I or anybody makes it sound like, oh, just stop, this is so easy. No. Nobody said it's easy, but what we did say is stop. Because that's what you got to do. I mean, that's what you got to do. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's no gray area there. You can almost stop. No. You know, if you are addicted to opioids, and especially if you are mainlining them, meaning that you're taking a needle and injecting it into your veins, man, you know, I think that's the level, the lower level of where you want to go.
So are you almost alive or are you almost dead?
Yeah, exactly. Is the glass half full or half empty? You know, I mean, it's all perspective. It's all on how you look at it. But what I got to tell you right now, and what I need to can tell you, I'm gonna tell you every day from now on, is check out what an existentialist is, and what that means, that you're gonna get the opportunity to finally say, hey, you know what? You're right. I am in charge of my life. Okay, I can control the things that I can control, and I understand that I can't control the things that I can't control. They got that serenity prayer, right? God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. That's existentialism. You know, that is what it is. You know, like my dad used to say all the time, stay in your lane, boy. Stay in your lane. You know, be you, and let you being you be the thing that guides your life. You know, I don't care. It's and then again, not to piss anybody off, but I don't care how many gods you say that you pray to and all that. It doesn't matter if you're gonna go and do stuff that's gonna jeopardize all of that. It doesn't matter. I mean, we've seen some of the greatest preachers of all time fall and crumble because we're human beings. We're human beings. That's what we are, and this is a human experience, okay? And we've been given a brain that has the capacity to think. Imagine that. The thing that separates us from a donkey and a pig is this thing right here. I mean, hell, they all got organs, hearts, and livers, and all that stuff. What separates us is this right here, the ability to think. You know, I just want you guys just to understand. I don't care what you do. You know, again, not to piss. I'm all about the program. But if you smoking some weed and it's what you need to do, especially medical, and I'd rather be like prescribed or whatever. Obviously, I like for it to be the best possible method. But you know, if that's what's keeping you from shooting drugs, do it. Do it. Whatever it is, do it. If it's yoga, whatever it is, do it. Your path is your path. None of those people in any of the rooms, none of your family members, none of your friends, none of those people can live your life for you. It's your decision. It's your decision.
I did want to give a shout out to, I've now got people following me on my page in the Philippines that have been watching this.
Nice.
Watching the show.
What's up, Philippines?
And it's now that they're using their phone to put it onto a TV thing.
To
So
cast it.
So it's a warehouse the size of almost like a Walmart.
Wow.
That they can't leave it.
Peace, guys. I know you guys are going through your own struggles there, but I don't care where you live in the world. This is what we're talking about today, and we're going to talk about this every day. And I want some discussion about this. We're going to all become intellectual scholars on this thing, on how we get out of this mindset of the conformity and the stagnation and the procrastination and all that. Once we realize that it's us, once we realize that it's the decisions that we make in this life that determine the outcome. Of course, there's some outside forces that we have no control of, but the things that the decisions that we make have the biggest effect on what the outcome of our life. Bill Gates, all these different people, they got lucky. No, they didn't get lucky. They had an idea, they pursued it, and they made it a reality. Against all odds, against all the absurdity of life.
They started the company in their mom's garage.
Yeah. You got an idea in that head of yours. You got an idea in that head of yours. You got an idea in that head of yours, okay? And now it's time to get it outside of that head of yours and get it down on some paper or whatever. Seek out the people who have the knowledge that you need. You'll be surprised how open people are, or how much they want to help somebody that's got some enthusiasm, that's got a dream, a goal, a purpose. You'll be surprised how many people want to help you, and especially if they can see a little dollar or two for themselves. You'd be surprised. But you got to have the motivation. You got to have the idea. You got to have the drive. You got to have the determination. You got to be able to get up off of your butt. Anyway, you got any final thoughts there, Minister Sean?
Just everything going on with them opening the stuff, and then now all these outbreaks. Just be smart about it. I don't know why you people are driving your freaking cars wearing your mask. I don't know what the hell that's about, but
Trying to suffocate yourself.
just be smart out there, be safe out there,
Yeah.
and
Make some good decisions. Make some good decisions. That's what I'd like to. That's what I'd like to see happen. I'd like to see this become the thinker's paradise.
when I was driving to the car in front of me was going like 2 miles an hour down 15th Street. Person's like this. Like, I don't know what the heck they were on. The first two cars had their four-way flashers on. I had to go on the other lane in the dirt to pass everybody.
Wow.
So be careful out there.
Yeah, be careful, guys.
We love you
Peace.
guys.
Love you guys.
Come searching anyway.
And so it is.
So I sailed across the sea to see if you were there waiting for me, but you were not. So I said